So, welcome to the Banku Boys podcast, and this is the first ever edition we are having. It's going to be one of fun, excitement, and great joy. You know that, as you can see, it's new, and that's how we are going with it. Before I start, I'm going to introduce you to a community of people that are behind this whole movement. The motivation behind Banku Boys podcast and the reasons why we started this is going to be given throughout this conversation, and we are going to have a discussion on the inspirations and then the goals we have for the growth of this podcast. So I would like to introduce myself and introduce my co-host. I am Nana Isiama. I am very controversial. I have strong opinions on things. People think I have strong opinions because I would like to speak the truth, no matter how bitter it is. And yes, I'm a student at the University of Ghana. I study IT, and some people say it's computer science, but I study IT, and then I'm very interested in content and media. So, KD.
All right, so my name is Kokudia Bechi, and people know me as KD, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also a student at the University of Ghana, and I'm a musician and also an entrepreneur. I'm a little bit cool, you know what I'm saying?
Entrepreneur.
Of course.
Oh no, idea.
Banku.
You know Banku.
You know Banku.
Yes.
That's how we Banku boy.
That's the whole point. You're like the Banku boys. And we say, oh, Banku boys. Like, what's the reason for Banku boys? Why do you think we started this whole Banku boys?
Okay, so Banku boys is just a term, you know what I'm saying? For every youth in Ghana here, we are all Banku because we live in, as Trinidadians say, we live in a food. So we all be Banku boys, but we are going to drive a conversation around stuff that's the youth in this country should be doing. A whole lot of crazy ideas we're going to be sharing, like experiences and all that. So Banku boys is actually just for the youth, every youth in Ghana. But this is for you feel me?
Yeah, so Banku Boys is a podcast for the youth, and we are having very hard conversations.
Hard ones.
I mean, sometimes you're going to be triggered, you're going to be irritated, but it's all going to be fun along the way. Kweku Biabechi.
You know it all. Don't call me KD. I mean, you know it.
KD.
Yeah, let's go.
How do you see the Banku Boys podcast in the next 2 years? What do you think we would have achieved by then?
By then, and I think Banku Boys is the talk of town, you feel me? Like
talk of the town.
Yeah, everybody we dey control the streets, you feel me?
We dey control the streets.
We dey drive the streets.
We dey drive the streets.
Because it is something I think the youth really need. The youth in Ghana really need this.
The youth really
we had to do this for them.
We had to do this for
them. We had to do this.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, I just noticed that out of nowhere we had really good conversations about politics, religion, entrepreneurship, motivation, money making, business, school. I just realized that we had good conversations.
Actually, not to cut you. We are Banku boys though, but you see the Banku boys is going to be giving you ideas. We use of the big men where you know some. Then be Banku. I see the buy them like fake things we call Banku. Last time I go show you things we must.
I mean,
maybe small.
Say Banku there, Banku. But we are going to we are redefining.
This one no be the funny Banku. This one be Banku boys.
This one be what?
This Banku no be the. No be the funny Banku.
Nah, be which Banku?
This Banku there.
This Banku. What is sets this Banku apart?
Them go know the Banku.
Them go know the Banku.
Them go know.
Night market Banku or
Bush canteen. You see how Bush canteen Banku they take the boys to go far. It is so drive.
We are redefining Banku. Meaning a lot of the people see the youth as Banku, and that we don't put an effort into being involved in our own affairs and then trying to contribute to the development of the country.
Exactly.
All of that.
Exactly.
But the Banku Boys is trying to show that we can have the hard conversations, we can influence.
Exactly.
We can discuss the things that are affecting us.
Trigger the main issues they trying to cover up, not letting the youth or the fear that they put in the youth that they can't speak on some things. I think the Banku boys will now let them talk about it. Well,
Okay, so what topics do you think we'll be talking about before everything? What topics do you think we'll be talking about?
as a matter of fact, right now we have a lot of things, especially what is happening in Legon now. I won't say Legon universities in Ghana with the galamsey issues and all that. Yeah, I think. And then being a university student, like, what do you, how the life you're gonna have after school actually? Because we all know. I ain't got to talk, but everybody know like what's going on.
The reality
of after school life is about. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's something.
as he said, we are just going to be brutal. We are going to talk about the things that we don't want to talk about. The reality of the world that we are in, of the country that we are in. So this is a warm welcome to the Banku Boys. Once again, my name is Nana Isiama, and I'm going to be your host for the Banku Boys from now till we drive all the Banku that needs to be drive.
That needs to be driven, my nigga.
Yeah.
So I'm KD, and then we're gonna bring you the craziest podcast you've ever seen.
Driving conversations and driving Banku. That's what we are on the Banku Boys podcast. Watch out for us.
Banku Boys.
Banku Boys, Charlie. Banku Boys, cat.